what is a conditional loan approval? Exactly what it is. They will approve your loan as long as the conditions that they list are met, such as tell us about this other address that showed up on your credit report. Who lives there? Why is it on your credit report? More often than not, especially with first-time buyers who might live from apartment to apartment to apartment, it's just basically explaining, hey, we used to live here. We don't live there anymore. Now we live here. End of story. Simple. But for guideline compliance, it needs to be addressed. Other things that come up, perhaps the underwriter wants to see an additional pay stub or an additional bank statement, things like that. We try to be as proactive as possible and counsel our clients. Every time you get a pay stub or a new bank statement, get it into us, because underwriters go off of what the most current pay stub and bank statement is, and those things do have an expiration date and they do go stale. Quick little tip, if you're in escrow and you're getting a loan, make sure you're keeping all your pay stubs, and as they come in, get them out to us as the lender, because most likely we are going to need them. The more proactive you are on this, the more proactive we can be, and we can cut down on those conditions that are on the approval. Other conditions that would be on this would be an acceptable appraisal, a clean title report showing that there's no vagueness, no ambiguity over who actually owns the property. They're also going to check for liens, like a tax lien or a solar lien, things like that. Those have to be addressed. As soon as all of those conditions are met, and sometimes we have conditions that can be a little more difficult. For instance, maybe there's something on the bank statement that we provided showing a recurring debt that didn't show up on the credit report. We have to address that. And sometimes it could be, well, that's what we pay for childcare. That's what we pay for our private school. We help out our mom every month and we buy her groceries. It could be things like that, but everything needs to be explained and documented. Also, large deposits coming into bank statements. They want to know, where did that money come from? It's not that they're being nosy. They have to, by law, figure out what that is. We need a clean paper trail of everything. Once you have that conditional approval, we're going to list all the conditions that you need to provide us, and we will get working on that right away. The sooner we get those conditions in, the sooner we can move towards the next phase, which is closing. Another important milestone in the life of a loan is, when do we lock the loan?